Marvel Age Star Wars. My name is Sean, and I'm here with Brooks, and we're going to be going through issue number 20 of the old Marvel Star Wars comic.
Yeah,
The vintage.
it's been a long time, so
Wow.
we don't really remember everything that happened. I know they were on the wheel.
Yeah. Luckily for us, they're
On the
almost
wheel.
certainly going to recap everything as we
That's
get into
true.
the issue.
Now, thankfully, see, now we know why they do that. Now you
Yeah,
can
this
see
will
the
be a test.
advantage.
Well,
Before
it
we
is true.
start,
Like for little kids, it used to be a month in between issues. So it's like not
yeah,
only are you a child, but it's been like a month, so all of your memories have reset. So it is a good thing. They also want new people to jump in at any point, but I think it's a good thing overall. Certainly, as old men, it's going to benefit us in this particular
I
instance.
don't see any harm in it. Because back then you didn't binge
I'll,
read like you do now. You don't have the trade paperbacks and stuff.
yeah, there
This
weren't
isn't
any.
this isn't show and tell, but I got one thing I want to show because I'm going to sell
Oh,
it
cool.
soon, and
This is
it'll
a
be
plug.
gone. I want to say this because we talked about these before. I don't see if I get them on camera. See the 12-inch vintage guys. Here's Luke.
Oh, you're still
The
on this,
lighting
guys?
is terrible. Yeah, I've decided to go. I'll talk about it in a sec. Decided to go full on eBay with like all my stuff that wasn't my childhood toys. This guy's cool, and you're not going to be able to see it, man. Not on this
Those guys
crappy
are
camera.
cool. I had one of these guys.
He's got a hole here that you can see through his visor, so you're like targeting things. It's pretty cool.
He's like the Bionic Man, yeah.
And his little antenna
It's the
moves,
same deal.
makes a clicky sound.
I had one of those guys, and I just threw it up in the air until its arms fell off.
Well, that's what they're for, man.
Yeah,
Nowadays, people pay big bucks for these guys.
Pretty cool.
I've just and Luke has this little. It's like a Ken doll. He's got the the
Yeah,
rubber
Luke's
boots.
not cool. I never had Luke.
I think he's pretty cool.
I think what I'd like to have, I have like a Darth
he's
Vader
not
and a
Boba Fett
Stormtrooper
cool.
and stuff. I think I'd like to have the Chewbacca one. I might pay money.
He was big,
large
wasn't he?
size.
Was he bigger than the others?
Well, I mean, yeah, comparatively, but I don't care about the Luke.
Taller than Luke. I don't know if you can tell. I put
Luke
him
is
foot
little.
by foot. See, yeah, Boba's significant a head taller than Luke is, which I don't think is screen accurate. Boba didn't seem that tall on the screen, but
no, not compared to like Darth Vader or whatever. But still, those are pretty cool.
Yeah,
I don't think I'd spend money for the Boba Fett, but I definitely would like the Chewbacca one.
Yeah, well, I looked.
Or if you had an IG-88, they're ridiculous expensive. They didn't make many of those.
Yeah, I've got crates and crates and crates of toys, and the only ones I'm really attached to are my childhood ones for the most part, and the ones I always wanted as a kid. So I was like looking on eBay, and some of the prices are insane.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
price is good. Do it.
I might as well sell them. I think it's the stimulus money. I don't know.
Yeah, tell Greg he'll be upset if you don't give him first crack.
Yes, Greg. So then he'll just turn around and sell them. He'll flip them. He sells things more than I ever have.
That is true.
I'm the one that didn't like selling things, but eventually you get so much stuff you can't keep up with it.
Like, I'm at an age where I have some of that stuff on display, but a lot of it just ends up in a box.
All my stuff is in a box because I have nowhere to put it.
I have a few things, but I'm limiting it more and more. Now that I'm a grown up, I really am more and more like, I don't want to have just toy things out and about in the house. I have this sort of layer. It's not a man cave because it literally is just like a tiny room that I use as a studio, but at least that's
it's a manhole.
Manhole. Yeah, that's better.
Gotta pay the troll toll to get into the boys' soul.
I don't mean that in a disparaging way because I don't want a man cave where I just sit and watch TV by myself. That's weird. Where I have like a pool table and a bar, but it's just me.
Yeah, I think bars are really
strange. Bars are cool, but not just in a.
If you're the kind of guy that has swinging parties and you got people,
yeah, if you're gonna have
most people don't,
that's weird. I do. My pool table is gonna come out and be in use again. Like that's something I'm working towards. But this is literally just a little room that it doubles as our guest room. It also doubles as, I don't know if you can see the top of this, doubles as a chicken jail. So. It triples as a chicken jail.
Welcome to Georgia.
And
welcome to Savannah.
I can't help it if Perry is unruly. All right, we have a problem chicken. And the only thing that will quiet her is to move her into her own private place that she's happy in.
Yeah, sometimes, you got to put a woman in her place. Her,
Well,
her
hens
behind
can
bars
be
place.
unruly. I don't I don't want to generalize, but hens as a species can be unruly.
Yeah, I'm just not going to
And
comment on the chickens in your house.
very but look,
That's
it's a bird cage. If you can't tell that, she doesn't
yeah,
just run
and
around
she's a
the office.
bird,
But it's
right?
if you've ever kept chickens, you know that they
Yeah,
can be temperamental.
I've never kept chickens.
You should. I think you'd enjoy it.
I
But
have too much going on already. I got 3
I
kids
like how
and a
you
new
said that.
dog.
I guess that's thank you for that amendment because at first that sounded like I have too much going on in my life to have chickens.
No,
I
I
don't
mean
have the void that needs to be filled.
I have constant people asking me for things already. So
I think your kids would enjoy chickens though, where you are. You got good space. But you just have to have a good coop for them. We have a beautiful coop that I built with my bare hands for them. But Perry sometimes is still a little temperamental and she has to get some quiet
Perry's
time.
not a girl's name.
Hey, Jesse. Jesse, come here. You've got a girl's name.
Periwinkle is a
Oh, it's
girl's
short for
name.
periwinkle. I'll accept
Yeah.
that.
And plus Perry usually is Peri is a girl's name.
I've never seen
If
that.
you've watched Doctor Who.
You're the oddest person. You got chickens in your house and you watch Doctor Who.
What
And
what
you're
whose
hanging out in a
audience?
manhole.
This isn't a man well, this is a manhole.
Let me get on here before we start.
Let's start doing something instructive.
I am going to share screen. Can you see?
Almost? Yep.
All right. Star Wars.
Number 20. Deathgame.
Deathgame. I love the little titles they used to put on comics. I don't think they do that anymore. You
They
know,
don't
comics now
as
are
much, no.
try
They're
hard
too
so hard to be
sophisticated.
cool. Yeah, they try so hard to be like, you know, adult and cool. They don't have the campy.
You don't see like a comic cover where it's like someone like speaking in a word balloon to someone else. Like it's not quite as sensationalistic as this. Like Captain Solo's doomed not to, and there's no way we can help him, and all that.
I'm not
Look at
even
the-
sure
look
if
at
they
the
use word
composition.
balloons in a lot of comics anymore.
I think most of them do, yeah. But this is Carmine Infantino. Look at that. Just a beautiful cover.
Yeah, the colors are outrageous, like always. But
I'm not.
I mean,
I'm
look at
never
this
concerned
green.
with what they do with the digitals because the
Can
digitals
you see my
are always
mouse?
out of
I don't know if my
control.
mouse.
Yeah, I can see
Okay.
your mouse.
Look at that green.
Stupid. I bet in the original,
What, space isn't green?
yeah,
Could have fooled me.
yeah. Like, tell that to Marvel. What?
Since when?
It's pre-CG. That's all that is. It's previs.
I like that they're watching this, I guess, gladiator fight
Watching it
on
on a TV show.
on a giant TV screen. Oh, I like how he signed his name down here too. That's kind of neat. You see that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hidden amidst the
And
detail.
was it Bob Wiacek, I guess, doing the inks? Nice stuff, though. Good stuff.
R2 looks like he's facing the wrong way. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
supposed
why
to be
isn't
his
he
eye.
looking?
Because
No,
he can't bear to
he's
see it.
facing his head's not turned that way. He's facing us. That's his front face.
Oh yeah. So he's like, I can't bear to see it. I
He
can't
just
bear to
turned
watch.
around physically. Like, no,
Han
not even
gets
going to
skewered by like. It looks like the knives that guy's holding. They look like his teeth, except bigger.
Yeah,
I mean, don't they
I'd
match
love
his
it
teeth?
if that guy just pulled his teeth out and they were knives
And
and they
stab
just
people
regrew.
with it. That's so weird. All right. Up. Okay. There we go. Big splash page. That X-wing looks a
Fighter
little
seems
weird.
to appear from nowhere, suddenly, violently hammering energy bolts into a Rularian pleasure yacht.
This is
just departed from that monument to the galaxy's lust for gambling.
the wheel. Artificial satellite. It is home to the city of casinos.
The city of casinos sounds sort of anticlimactic after everything you just said. Place of casino gambling.
Is this an X-wing?
It's supposed
mean,
to be.
Look at the. Where's
Look at
the?
those S foils?
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out where all this exhaust is coming from.
X-wing. Those guys, like the jet engine on one side, but not the other. That's
Yeah,
weird.
like this one's up here, this one's down here. The back of it somehow.
It's a beautiful drawing, but it's like horribly scaled.
Yeah, I can't tell what's what. And this is, I'm not sure what this is or this, but that's cool. You see a
I
nice
suppose
big,
the wheel is supposed to
big
be
boom
here
boom.
somewhere. I guess
Maybe
that's the
that's the
wheel
wheel
down
there in the
there, because
distance. Yeah.
that's a Rularian pleasure yacht that they're firing on for some
Oh,
reason.
okay.
And it has an extra gun on the nose. I haven't seen that before. No, wait, that's the upper S foil. Excuse me.
Are you talking about this?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
I had trouble adjusting to the perspective. There is
There's oh, go
nothing
ahead.
chance or random in the rebel
Ah,
craft's appearance. It is a carefully calculated move in a vast and deadly scheme.
bum bum bum. Now we can
Deathgame.
let's zoom in a little bit. Do-do-do. Within the glittering gambling palaces of the wheel's inner rim city, patrons stare awestruck as the attack is flashed onto casino view screens. I like view screens. That's a word they used to use
Yeah,
for.
that's a Star Trekky kind of word. I think instead of monitors, we should just all call it everything's a view screen.
I think I'm going to switch to view screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Alexa, put it on view screen.
Turn down the view screen when the TV's too loud.
How could they do such a thing? This isn't an Imperial installation.
I knew those rebels were crazy. At least the Empire always had the sense to keep its hands off the wheel.
But if not technically on the wheel, Imperial hands are definitely near, manifested in the form of TIE fighters, which end the incident swiftly and surely as it began.
Now, oh, sorry, I should have gone down. To the relief and cheer of watching wheel customers, aren't these like Vader's fighters? I thought only he had the
Yeah,
curved
suddenly
wings.
like everybody has the curved wings ones.
It's like, yeah, we want that one. Vader's got that one.
Vader's like, oh great,
And
okay,
up on
I
these
guess
screens,
that's cool.
I'm not trying to pick things. That's just who how I get. The space is red on their view screens.
Sure.
I mean, I guess they couldn't. They should have colored the wall a different color and have the screens be black with dots.
I could see that, yeah. Like
I think
make
that's
the wall red and make the screens,
but that's cool.
Space colored.
Space colors.
Yeah,
I like how he does the stars. They're just like big clumps and like strings instead of just random.
I watched a video on a guy doing like stars on an actual comic, and he had like this sort of fluid that he flecked on it, like glue flecks.
Yeah.
And then when you did the ink over it, you just kind of rub it, and the raised flecks would come out.
Oh,
I thought that's so neat. There's something very comforting to me about seeing people do actual comic art, especially when they're doing it old school. Like you just assumed everything was digital, and he's like flecking stuff with a toothbrush, and then just using ink on it and uncovering the ink flecks.
I love looking at the
gives me a lot of comfort.
scans of the original art. A lot of times you see all the pencil marks and it's really neat. It's impressive.
It is
nowadays
impressive.
everything you just, I mean, they might still do it, but it just feels like everything's on the computer now.
It's funny, but it isn't. Like sometimes, yes, like some of them do, but it is encouraging to see people who still use very old school techniques on modern comics.
But there are others on the wheel whose reaction is decidedly the opposite, such as Princess Leia Organa of the Rebel Alliance.
Greyshade, you're even more despicable than I thought you were during our days in the Imperial Senate.
I had my faults, but I never wasted a fine meal as you're doing.
Yeah.
Snap.
Worst of all.
Yeah. How uncouth. I managed to conjure up a little grace and civility at the dinner table.
I never threw my dishes down like an ass. You never wasted any opportunity to enrich yourself at the expense of others. As wheel administrator, I thought you'd fight the Empire's scheme to fake rebel attacks so they'd be justified in taking over this place and all the wealth it brings in. But that ugly charade we've just witnessed proves you're going along with them.
Bum, bum,
She's
bum.
like kicking his table and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, she's getting into it.
She's mad. I like how we've mentioned this every issue, but I love how she's still wearing the same dress she's had on
Same
when
outfit,
she was a prisoner. I hope
which
she's
she
washed it.
will until the Empire Strikes Back.
I'm
She will do
hoping that it, at least she has more than one of them.
in this, it's like cartoon rules. Since they never showed her in another outfit, this is it. Until they show her in something else, this is all she can wear, save for the hair.
And if you look at The administrator, what's his name again? Greyshade.
Greyshade.
Look at his outfit. That is some classic Marvel bad guy
Yeah, he's
stuff.
awesome. Yeah, the gigantic cowl behind him, and
That's
sort
like
of
Doctor Strange
open-chested
stuff.
with an amulet,
Very nice.
hip
You're
boots.
I haven't settled on a voice for these guys yet. You're a crusader, my dear princess. I'm not. You have your games to play, I have mine. But it's nice to see that beneath that sometimes glacial exterior, you're capable of a truly emotional outburst. You're being hysterical.
Yeah.
Too emotional. Mastercom. I love that name too. Mastercom, see to this mess immediately and instruct all servo droids to be careful. What's left with? To be careful
What's left laying around?
What's left laying around? The former senator from Alderaan is to be treated as a guest. But she's still very much our prisoner. Bum, bum, bum. Whoa-oh, whoa-oh. What she got? What she got?
herself a knife.
Maybe. I'll see. We thought she was just being emotional, but she had a plan. She had a plan. She grabbed that knife while she was kicking that table
she
over.
was kicking tables over. Yeah.
And not even Mastercom caught that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Exiting his no, you do it. You do it. I read too much.
Exiting his suite in the Wheel's executive tower, Simon Greyshade steps into a vacuum lift and swiftly descends to the Wheel's main transport tube and a waiting airflow car.
I like all the sci-fi stuff we're using here.
I love it, a vacuum tube, because later on, what's funny in the comics, in I should say in the novels, is they just start calling them turbo lifts. It's like that's a Star Trek word. I don't know why you guys just decided that was okay, but they're not called turbo lifts in Star Wars. That is a Star Trek word, but it comes up a lot in the Legends novels.
Yeah, that is weird. I mean, I could see lift because that just means elevator, but
yeah, but why turbo? Like
it should be like hover lift,
kind of flair to it,
laser lift,
or vacuum lift. What does it say here?
Suction lift.
It takes a vacuum lift to the transport tube. Which stop will it be, Administrator?
I know the Emperor dissolved the Senate pilot, but I still prefer my old title. Take me to the end of the line, the Imperial Dock.
With a hiss of forced air, the bullet.
You missed on our way, Senator.
Oh, on our way, Senator. Sorry. How will we ever follow?
We got to do something about your illiteracy.
Your illiteracy has screwed us again, Charlie. That doesn't make any sense.
With a hiss of forced air, the bullet-shaped craft hurls along the tube, one of many running up and down the Wheel's main spoke until it reaches the outermost dock and the light cruiser of the Empire's sector commander.
Is that like a Star Destroyer? I guess it's a light cruiser. I don't know if there's different.
Oh, yeah, but it's not pointy at the end, so I guess that's what makes it light. Like, we cut the pointy bit off the tip, so it's light.
Half the band it used to be.
Greyshade, this time I'll pour the drinks. Our newly formed partnership is off to a fine start.
I assume from those remarks, Strom, that this cabin is safe from any manner of surveillance. Surveillance. Why can't I talk? Private or imperial.
Absolutely. My life is forfeit if my superiors learn you've discovered the Empire's plans here, as is yours if anyone finds that you're harboring a rebel leader.
Each gentleman uncovered the other's secret last issue. I think that's obvious enough. Okay, so who's saying this?
I'm trying to see. Our mutual survival depends on each other's silence, Greyshade. It's the perfect basis for trust.
Well, I don't trust the way you're carrying out this Imperial scheme, Strom. You're rushing things. That attack was clumsy and obvious. The paying customers may have been impressed, but the casino owners aren't nearly so naive. And they're the ones I have to.
Only the customers count. The casino owners can be replaced when we take over. Naturally, I will recommend that you be retained as Wheel Administrator. And as long as we can make the public embrace the Imperial presence here without harming profits, well, there is no problem, Senator. Unless you are having one with the lovely princess.
Leave her out of this, Strom, or...
I struck a nerve. Lean into the interruption too long. Hey! Get distracted when you poked me in my chest. Forgive me, partner. It must be difficult for a man of no principles attempting to win the affection of a woman with such high ones. I like how they're drinking martinis, by the way.
And well, look at their outfits, man. Awesome. You don't see enough bald people in Star Wars. Lobot's the only one. Who else is bald? We need more bald people.
See a bald good guy.
On the contrary, Storm, that's exactly what makes it easy. So he does want Leia. Ooh.
But I intend big ass forehead. Damn.
That's the style. But I intend to move cautiously, and I strongly suggest you do the same with the Empire's business.
That sounds almost like a threat.
It's good advice, Commander.
I won't run a military operation to suit the pace of your schoolboy romance, Shade. Greyshade.
He's throwing his glass, too. There's a lot of glass breaking.
There's a lot of drama. And any politician's tricks to make me do so will backfire fatally. I believe in action, Senator, as demonstrated by my smashing of my martini glass. And I'm not departing the wheel until I see some from you.
Ooh, sorry. I like where this is turning.
Yeah. You promised me that Princess Leia's companions would be eliminated. Where are the bodies?
There aren't any yet, Strom. Everyone who came to the wheel in the Millennium Falcon with Leia is still alive. But, though they may not realize it, they're all awaiting execution. After all, they did commit the crime of stumbling upon your handiwork, Commander. The looting of a house of Tag. Is it Tag?
Yeah.
The looting of a house of Tag merchant ship, which was transporting wheel profits. And even though they've uncovered your clumsy attempt to make it appear to be an act of rebel piracy, they'd have to turn up the actual loot to really make their story stick. And before you begin roaring about the possibility of that happening, Strom, let me have Mastercom patch some sightings from his scanner systems into your communicator. One of he's talking a lot this issue. One of Princess Leia's friends is here in the Wheel Hospital, apparently in some strange state of shock. So why don't they just kill him? I don't understand.
Full recap.
It's like we want them dead. Well, we have all of them.
What can we do? He's unattended, unsupervised, and completely in our power, but
Yeah, he's not even conscious. How are we supposed to kill him? I don't know how he got in this condition, but I've made arrangements that his treatment will assure he doesn't recover. Which leaves two others from the Millennium Falcon, who, from the way they resisted and evaded your stormtroopers, are obviously quite dangerous. Chewbacca, the giant Wookiee. Look at him there.
He's a giant even for a Wookiee.
I mean, look at
Chewbacca, the rampaging Sasquatch.
Look at his hair. It's weird looking. He's like a beard with like crazy Thor hair. He looks like Thor.
I love Carmine Infantino's Chewbacca. It has no bearing on the movie at all.
And Han Solo, Corellian smuggling captain. Pow, 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 pow. Have we seen him doing this yet?
So he's doing laser deflecting batons?
I don't remember him doing this.
Yeah, I guess this is new.
Unfortunately for them, as you can see, they're both enlisted as gladiators in the big game. The Wookiee by mischance, the Corellian through my manipulations. In any event, don't bet on either of them, Commander. Unless you're using those stolen wheel profits and can afford to lose.
Gamble with what is now considered Empire property. The profits remain on this ship, Greyshade, untouched. But those rebels also had droids. What about them?
I was wondering if they cared about the droids. It always feels like no one cares about the droids.
Further exposition is required.
Yes, this R2 unit and his translator companion, a C3PO model. That's not his model, that's his
An
name.
exact C3PO, one might say.
Yeah. I mean, come on, guys. They think that his name is also just his model, that all models
Yeah,
call
they
themselves
just say-
C3PO.
Well, I mean, we all say Alexa. Is that how it works in Star Wars world?
But Alexa is like a universal consciousness that
I'm just saying.
travels through all devices.
Are we just over? Is that why people don't seem to care about droids? Are they that easily replaceable? There's like an R2D2 on every ship.
There they are in wheel storage after being pawned by Han Solo to provide him a gambling stake. Poor droids.
Classy.
That gambling stake is now part of some new wheel profits. And this pair is slated to have their memories flushed and then be melted down into slag. Why do you have to flush the memories first? Why not just melt them into slag?
For real. Seems like a lot of effort.
So you see, Strom, he's going to have to take a minute, take a drink. Good thing he didn't break this one. So you see, Strom, that bunch may have come to the wheel for sanctuary, but all they found is death.
I like that.
But I wouldn't have it. Oh, this is your guy.
And I wouldn't have it any other way, Greyshade.
The coloring is so weird. So now space is white.
No, space is completely white. Yeah, I feel like this is probably not accurate to the original issue. But in the Wheel Gladiator pit, someone holds a much different opinion. Vehemently.
You guys are jobbing me. You do, Han. You're better, Han.
You guys are, how do you say? You guys are jobbing me. I couldn't have tested out this high. I'll be fighting way out of my class.
It surprised us too, Solo, but that's what the skill and reaction printout says. Why complain?
Wookiees.
You're fighting dinosaurs. Why complain? That puts you in a much higher paying preliminary.
Why complain?
I'm surprised too.
Like
I thought you looked like a complete pushover.
Am I the only one who saw the cover of this issue?
I was worried that we didn't have a kindergarten league for you to fight in.
You didn't tell me I'd be fighting Goro with knives.
Yeah, this is pre-Goro. Is this the first appearance of Goro?
Yeah, this is the inspiration of Goro.
You're probably better than you think you are. Now, I need some data for the casino rating tapes. What's your speciality?
Survival. But obviously you people don't intend to let me practice it.
I meant weapons, Solo. Cooperate. Give the betters something to go on.
Well, since you don't allow blasters, how about my own cruiser and a full complement of proton torpedoes?
Very funny. Let's see if you're still laughing when you reach the arena. So they have weapons, but they can't have blasters. I guess just melee weapons.
Yeah. You want tooth knives? We got tooth knives. And that's it.
You have a choice between tooth knives and knife tooths.
Yeah. It turns out as a regular human, I'm not really good at tooth knives. I learned guns because that's pretty much where my area of experience led me.
He needs to bring what's his name? The guy with the spikes. I can't remember his name. Remember the cat? Guy? The cat with the spikes, the purple cat guy.
Oh yeah, what was his name? Hedgie.
Yeah, where's Hedgie when you need him?
Just
and that moment is not long coming. Han is swiftly outfitted and rushed to a lift. Outfitted. I bet he's wearing his same clothes. So they just basically gave him a weapon.
Outfitted as per usual.
To be carried upward into the great enclosed sphere that is the wheel's hub. And which houses its arena. Here the big game is played. And here, Han Solo comes face to face with the first of his fellow players.
Yeah, the
Good
very
Lord.
First. I like that.
Look at that guy.
Yeah, that guy looks like he could beat up Chewbacca.
I guess that's just green lighting on his shoulders and head.
I assume, yeah.
It's weird looking.
You're lucky they made me wear these Speedos or you'd be even more intimidated.
Yeah. Do you like my spiked ankle shin bracelets?
Yeah, really. Are ankle spikes necessary? Jesus.
At least
I have like a morning star. I have a mace and a medieval shield.
Well, the shield has a spike on it. I'm gonna have to zoom this in.
That has a spike on it. Yeah, that would be the argument. You have spikes too. I don't think it's the same. Dagger thorns.
I am with this. Hold on.
That is exactly what he says.
Excuse me,
happening?
everybody.
The wood. Oh,
Excuse
Lord.
me. I'm not very good with this stuff. That's gonna have to work. Okay.
Dagger thorns. Those things are venomous. Are you kidding?
They
Those
secrete
things
a venomous sap.
venomous sap. Just a scratch is enough to kill. And with more arms than I can block, scratches will come easy for this living windmill. Unless my power mace. Oh, I'm sorry. I just called it a mace. Unless my power mace and shield have enough juice to make him drop his weapons. They don't.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, boy, don't they.
Oh, boy, do they don't.
Oh, boy, do they don't is a funny line.
Oh, boy, do they don't. But with a swift dive, Han goes between his foe's legs. Now he's really glad he's wearing those Speedos.
For real. The thing that really hurts, whoa, what are you doing down there, Han? Is that it was my idea to come to the wheel in the first place. Oh, okay. So instead of a safe port, I find my ship confiscated, my friends captured, and the Empire's waiting to pounce. Some days you just can't win.
Where's my mouse? Sorry, guys.
Kawood.
I was trying to see if he's saying anything. I guess not.
No,
Kawood! Kapow!
Kawood!
So I don't even need my spikes, man. I'm going to straight Van Damme you.
That's a nice panel.
I'm going to do some Van damage.
For real.
Look at poor Han's hair. Knock the hair off his head. Knock the shield out of his hands.
I know. My feet's about to secrete all over your ass.
That is a cool panel. I don't think these are some kind of
Really
scales
nice.
that he's wearing or something. I don't think that's the lighting.
Okay, I got you.
I mean,
They
I
do
don't know what
follow
else it
him,
could be.
so they do
Yeah.
have scales.
Kabow! Very cool. Very cool. As Han Solo crashes into the arena's simula scenery. I can't.
Simulationary.
Simula scenery.
That's pronounced simulationary.
Duh. It is witnessed by the excited patrons as he is kicked the crap out of and lies dead on the ground.
His immediate failure.
It is witnessed by the excited patrons in every casino on the wheel. All other play has ceased. Now the only interest, the only gambling is on the big game. And in Han's contest, the crowd sniffs blood.
It's so weird. We're like, this seems like a pretty obvious contest. Let's all direct our attention to it.
And also, who's going to bet on Han here? I mean, just look. I mean, come on, man.
I guess if you're wanting a long shot bet.
Now, if it's cheap enough, I guess. Like, I'll put a penny on it.
The odds
win
would look
$1 billion.
good on that. Like, yeah, I could win $1 million right here. Space dollars, I mean.
So too do less frenzied watchers in the Grand Casino's Royal Lounge. I like how they're lounge. They're
Why
just
does
like
everybody
Captain...
have like a laying seat?
Yeah, what was the cap? Why? It's been too long. Like,
what's Captain Crimson Jack had one
Crimson
of those.
Jack?
Why does
Yeah,
everyone have like a laying lounge on their spaceships?
that's just
And
what
a
they.
martini. I love this guy.
That's how the Imperials hang, man.
That's how we do it on the wheel.
Satisfied, Strom?
Why not, Greyshade? You've given me more lavish surroundings than my simple ship's quarters, and are eliminating a potential threat to my success. On top of that, your suggestion that I give my crew shore leave to view the big game will probably make me better loved as a commander.
And I'm already very loved. And their gambling losses will make me better loved as wheel administrator. I can't think of everything, Strom, but I try.
Yet some events on the wheel don't proceed to Simon Greyshade's plans. For instance, a short while earlier...
All right, you two droids, get over here. Unfasten your faceplate, Goldie. I'll start with you.
Sir, that appears to be a memory flush unit. There must be some mistake. We're only here temporarily until Master Solo can win enough to redeem us, and...
He must have had bad luck. Now open up. I've got my orders.
Open up? Jesus Christ, how does this process work?
Look how angry 3PO looks.
Exactly.
His eyes are kind of weird.
I've been through this flush bullshit before.
Yeah. I took a Wookiee out once.
This ain't Revenge
I remember
of the Sith.
that.
I don't remember that, but I still feel like I should remember it.
You don't remember him taking out Chewbacca?
I'm saying 3PO should.
Oh. Okay. Those orders are superseded, Techno.
The droids are the subjects of a study I'm conducting. They must come with me.
I don't like machines pulling rank, but since you're the wheel's master computer, or at least Senator Greyshade's walking around personalized version of it, I guess I don't have much choice.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I don't know about any studies, but R2 and I certainly thank you from the bottom of our capacitator systems.
The study is my own 3PO unit, and I am conducting it on very dubious authority. Your initiative on behalf of your young master,
From that, it's always sad they call them masters.
from the time you arrived on the wheel, has been fascinating. I requested permission from the senator to observe you, and while he did not specifically grant it, he did not specifically deny it either.
Purest logic. And not in the least dubious, in my humble opinion. Agreed, R2?
Bloop!
Just a simple bleep will suffice, twerp.
Twerp. That's not something 3PO would say. There, you see? Now if you could just get us back to Master Luke. But at the wheel
hospital, where Luke was left.
He's gone. Doctor, the couch restraints have been broken, and the locker where his things were stored has been forced.
It's not possible. Not with the patient in deep shock. Not with the special medication I've been ordered to give him.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, not with the way I've been sabotaging his recovery, obviously.
That was enough poison to kill a Gundak.
Yeah. Not too subtle on the wheel.
Why have we stopped, Master Calm? If you have further qualms about exceeding your authority, let me assure you.
An alarm has gone out from the hospital area, and I'm also receiving a warning signal from the executive tower. Something is amiss in Senator Greyshade's suite.
So let me make sure we're not skipping a page. So right here, they're talking about Luke.
Yeah, they're covering.
And then he's instantly like, "Why have we stopped?"
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
a lot is happening.
Yeah,
all of a sudden.
Stop what?
Yeah, we're in space. What stopped?
A little more should do it. If I've got the right circuitry, and if this insulated cloth I cut from one of the couches keeps me from electrocuting myself, then
Dak!
The door seals should short circuit. I love how in Star Wars, I don't think they do it in the others, but in the first one, the doors are terrifying. Like when they open and shut them, like boom. You know what I'm saying? Like in the Death Star, bam. It's like horrifying.
Fair. Not safe at all.
R2-D2 could have done that without the pyrotechnics, but then he wouldn't have done something, but then he wouldn't have had to do it with a serving knife. Question now, I can't read tonight, man, I'm sorry. Question now is, can I reach the lift before Greyshade's guards reach me?
Your human friends seem to operate with the same persistence as you two. It is most interesting, but quite futile, particularly for the princess. The only route from the executive tower will lead her into the senator's hand-picked security team. We must part now. Senator Greyshade didn't want to be disturbed while with Commander Strom. But he has a special interest in Princess Leia. I'll inform him personally. Meantime, there will be many searchers for this Skywalker. You could be taken to, and I cannot intercede further. You must proceed without help from me. So let me go on record as advising you avoid the crowded casino area. You might easily become lost amid the many droids running errands and placing bets for their masters now that the big game has started.
So he's like on their side, I guess. So. Kind of weird.
Droid solidarity, what?
Yeah, droids stick together. No, R2, I don't know what to make of him either. But we may have gained a friend. And shortly, in the crowded casino area, there are 2 more droids. We're safe, R2. That doesn't help poor Master Luke and the princess. If only we could find Captain Solo, or what's left of him. Are you having a stroke, R2? It's him, R2, but he's doomed. There's nothing we can do.
Wheat! Which brings us back just a moment or so beyond where we left Han.
Lifeless. And
Yeah,
his face caved
dead
in.
from tooth venom. Needless to say, it is a very bad moment as his multi-armed foe charges and he groggily fumbles for his dropped power shield.
Well, you do, Han. That's right.
Gonna burn my own hand grabbing it, but it beats having a dagger thorn buried in my chest. At least I'm praying it will.
So a power shield hurts you if you touch it? Is that the power?
Yes, that's not a very good shield. I guess the handles are on the inside. I don't know how it works. Must have broken ribs. Hurts to move.
The throw is weak. Huh? Your moves are weak.
Yeah, Han's a bitch.
You're not fam anymore. Yeah, you're not fam anymore.
Oh, really? Why's that?
Because your moves are weak, babe, okay? Yeah, your moves are weak. Okay, bitch?
Han's lumbering opponent might laugh if he came from a race that knew how. He's such a badass, he doesn't laugh.
What about the smile?
I am smiling.
Still, it is on target, and though low on crackling energy, the power shield does what Han wanted it to. Making contact with the metal studs on the giant's boots. Those are boots? I thought those were, maybe the boots match his skin.
His feet are the same color as his legs. We just assumed.
Unable to knock it
about my
aside.
species.
Yeah, you don't know anything about us. Unable to knock it aside, the gladiator has but one option: to fall. Boom. Everyone knows that when this species falls, that's it.
Yeah. Game over, end one. Because I can kick him in his
And when
nose
he
horn.
rises, oh no, he fell on his thorns, didn't he? When he rises, it is with the terrible knowledge that one dagger thorn was under his body when it struck the ground. It is a small wound, barely a scratch. With the venom-drenched thorn, it is enough. And Han suddenly faces the prospect of being slain by one already dead.
Something by my head, if I can reach it.
Oh, nope, that's part of my skull. For it is lifeless weight that crashes down upon him. Him and the hastily grasped rock that bears the thorn's brunt. Pow.
Let's hear it for the arena's planners. Their settings may be fake, but they had the class to bring in real stones. Like, that's class. Greyshade, you smooth-mouthed fumbler. What went wrong?
I'm not certain, Strom, but bear in mind, this was only a preliminary match. Solo must still endure the main event. Bum, 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 with
And
cracked
the next
ribs.
issue, yeah, as Han faces that challenge, Luke comes under shadow of a dark lord.
Now that sounds interesting.
Yeah, this shit's getting real.
That sounds intriguing. I wonder what that is. And that's the end of that. Wonder
That was a
what's
good
going
one.
on.
Very fun. I love this storyline a whole bunch.
I do too. It's neat. We haven't seen Chewbacca. I guess he's still waiting for his chance to fight.
Stomping laser holes in the floor. If I remember that one panel that had him in it. It's like, who knew he was so good at stomping laser holes? But I want to. Well, we will. I know. I've read this story before. We will see more Chewbacca.
My daughter's flipping out downstairs.
Oh, is it bedtime already?
Yeah. Bedtime is murder time around here.
Oh my lord. Oh, poor baby.
Nobody wants to go to bed. They love life that much.
Well, that's a nice
They
thing.
get up at the crack of dawn and they refuse to go to bed at night. That's how much they enjoy
It's
being
like
awake.
Periwinkle. She wakes up screaming, and I gotta put her in the cage
We've come full circle back to the hen.
because she likes the cage. Have you tried putting your daughter in a cage? I'm not saying kids and chickens are
I'm
the
just
same
saying,
thing,
you know.
but have you tried putting your daughter in a cage?
I have not.
Don't. Be
I want to make that.
close-minded.
I want to make that very clear to anyone watching. I have not, and I will not.
I'm not making any recommendations. I'm just saying when Perry goes in the
Gosh,
cage,
did you hear that?
full quiet.
It is like a
I
full-on
do hear it.
barbarian battle down there. All right, I should go.
All
Thanks
right.
for watching, everybody. Stay tuned.
Thanks.
We'll
I'm
do
so
more.
glad we're back. I have so much fun doing this, and we'll definitely have some more episodes.
Give us some
coming up soon.
comments, man. Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you want. I mean, we are back. We're doing some more of the stuff. If you have noticed, TV at My Dinner has moved to the Marvel Age Star Wars channel.
Yeah.
Just because the TV at My Dinner channel has been dead for a while and we don't get any clicks. So we've gotten some decent response for doing new episodes of TV at My Dinner on this channel, and we'll keep doing that. So look out for some TV at My Dinner podcast, which is just more general talk about sci-fi kind of stuff. And then of course we'll have some more of the Marvel Age Star Wars where we'll talk about the comic. And we've done some where we do the letters columns.
And show off our stuff.
We're doing some show and tell, and hopefully we'll do. I think we're ready where we can do some Amphitracks.
Oh yeah, and I'm
Where
all
we look
about
at those.
doing more of those comic strip things too.
Oh yeah, we should definitely do those.
Those were fun. So smash
coming
that
up.
like button.
Yeah,
Wow.
subscribe and like, and please,
Ring
let us
that
know
bell.
if you want to see something. I know we're catering to a certain audience, but you're out there, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. And we have certainly enjoyed doing the show and enjoyed getting the feedback that we've gotten so far.
Yeah,
So
man.
check that out. TV at My Dinner is still on Facebook, so if you want to follow that there, you can. And TV at My Dinner is also on Twitter, so you can check that out as well. TV8MyDinner.com is where we post all of our stuff. So whether it's one of our audio podcasts or video, which now we're pretty much exclusively only doing video, it's all there on TV8MyDinner.com, so you can follow it there. But if you want to follow us here on Marvel Age Star Wars on the YouTube channel, then please subscribe to the channel.
Yeah,
and like
please
videos.
do. And we'll
We
keep
certainly
making
enjoy
them. We do it. We
We will anyway.
just
We're
fun
back
for fun,
now.
right? We're not here to. Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
doing for fun.
Yeah,
So-
TV at My Dinner hit like double digits with the last episode, so I'm
Nice.
psyched. 10 views.
I can't believe it's 300 episodes.
Yeah,
I
we
remember
crossed
being
over
psyched
300.
when we hit 10 episodes. We're like, man, we got 10 episodes.
It's fun. We've been doing the show for like almost 14 years now. So,
That first
so we'll do
year,
it whether
I-
or not people are there.
I put together a whole like best of special for that first year. That's how excited we were.
We used to do anniversary specials. I used to
Yeah.
make custom songs.
So
Maybe we still will, but not yet. Maybe on 400 we will.
we're like the old those comics that or what is that soap opera that lasted for like 70 years and before they canceled it? It's as
Well,
the
what
world
they have?
turns
Young
or
and the
something.
Restless was out. Guiding Light. Was it one of those?
Maybe it was Guiding Light. I can't remember. But anyways, it lasted like it started on radio, then it was on TV for like 50
Yeah,
years.
some of those. Yeah, Young
That's
and
gonna
the
be
Restless,
us.
I think started on radio. Sure, we did do that. Like now we've transitioned to video. So there you are.
And soon we will be in virtual reality inside your mind.
And that would be straight in your head.
Who doesn't want that?
Subscribe to that. Just click here.
All right, man. I will chat with you later.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
And I am now saying bye-bye.
Bye bye. Snoop.